That was something completely different. Hello everybody, Tico here. Hope everyone's well and safe as normal. And welcome to the second episode of, wait for it, Tico Explores. Yes, you heard me right. Tico Explores, people. A series that I pretty much left abandoned 2 years ago. So 2 years ago in April, I started a new series called Tico Explores. Whether if it's a disused railway line, railway stations, or just places in general, I just go and explore them. Look at the railway history. So in episode 1 I covered Ashchurch, Northway and Aston-on-Carent. We're going to be exploring Tewkesbury for this one. So without further delay, let's get in there. The plan for this episode is to explore the former stations and railway lines that once served the Riverside Town of Tewkesbury. Starting at the Northway Business Park at the east, we will then move on to Newtown, the main town centre of Tewkesbury itself, and then on to Mitton. Yes, Mittens is the name of a housing area north of Tewkesbury. I know. Before ending the video at the west end of Tewkesbury, which is known as the Mythe. At least that's how you pronounced it anyway. So, the red dots mark the rough locations of the disused railway stations that once served the town. The blue dots mark the points of interest on the railway lines infrastructure. The yellow dots mark buildings or infrastructures that not only served the railways but also had their own historic significance, like if it's a high street or something. So anyway, we now go live just outside the border between Tewkesbury and Ashchurch. So behind me here is where the line actually came from Ashchurch, because from there you got, if you go in that direction, you got the Ashchurch Business Centre, the M5 motorway, and then the Travelodge Hotel. So it would go all the way across the road, and into Tewkesbury. And oh yeah, there's Blackpool Tower as well. So yeah. It was double track. It was double track between Ashchurch and Tewkesbury, and what we're going to do now is basically look for any evidence, which there is actually. There's a cycleway, but here we are. These little columns here separating the roads. So this was roughly the double track here. That column there, that column there. This was the railway line. The original Tewkesbury branch line. So let's have a walk down it, shall we? The line at this point starts to climb on a rising gradient of roughly somewhere between 1 in 100 and 1 in 250. Best guess, that is, because the line had to climb over the floodplains of Tewkesbury, because Tewkesbury, we get flooded quite a lot here. It's Tewkesbury on Sea, otherwise known as. So also the line had to climb over both the River Severn and the River Avon at the same time, which looked quite interesting in the old days, I imagine. Now here you can see, oh actually no, you can't see from there because of the lighting, but yeah, you can see that we've actually climbed quite a bit from where we started. If I just go down here, you can see how high it is. It's quite steep actually, but yeah, the line had to climb really to avoid the floodplains I mentioned. So here's another point of interest here. Lovely dog. Hello. See, the dog knows. Now, one can observe the iron structure here. Now this iron structure crosses Canterbury Road Bridge. Well, the road heading off to what's it called? I forgot. But you get a better view from down there. It's quite steep, so bear with me. Just come from down there, and as you can see, you get a better shot of how steep the line's climbed from the start of Newtown, the east side of Newtown, sorry. And you can see the iron bridge here, the double track iron bridge, which took the trains along to Tewkesbury and Ashchurch and beyond to Great Malvern. And this is what's left of it, I'm afraid. The iron's still holding, but brickwork's still in somewhat peak condition. Yeah. From the other side. There we go. What remains of an old bridge. So not far from where the iron bridge that we explored just now, where the cyclist is another important reference. Now this was the site of Tewkesbury Junction. So going that way, that goes towards Tewkesbury, the town, the freight yard and the docks. In the middle was a small siding, and then to the right was the double track line to Tewkesbury and then on to Great Malvern via Upton-on-Severn. So, now that we're at the junction, I might as well give you the rundown history of the Tewkesbury branch line and the Tewkesbury Malvern Railway in a timetable-like order, so from start to finish. So let's get in there. So, the Tewkesbury branch line was the first to open on the 21st of July 1840, so a month after the Birmingham and Gloucester Railway opened their line on June 28th. It ran from the original junction station of Ashchurch right into the centre of Tewkesbury town centre, and from day one was mostly a freight line, with some passenger services using the terminus platform opposite what is today the High Street. On the 16th of May 1864, the Tewkesbury and Malvern Railway was opened between Tewkesbury and Great Malvern, with 4 stations opening on that very day as well. So the second station of Tewkesbury, which replaced the 1840 station. Then there was Ripple, Upton-on-Severn, and then finally Malvern Wells, the long-lost third railway station to serve Malvern. During that same year, both lines were taken over by the Midland Railway. During the Big Four grouping of 1923, both railway lines of Tewkesbury would be managed by the LMS, the London, Midland and Scottish Railway, until nationalisation in 1948, when British Railways took over. However, during the reshaping of British Railways, the Tewkesbury and Malvern line was closed in stages. First in 1952 between Great Malvern and Malvern Wells, which was renamed to Malvern Handley Road the year prior to its closure, and Upton-on-Severn, making Upton-on-Severn a terminus station. The last passenger trains ran to Upton-on-Severn, Ripple and Tewkesbury on the 14th of August 1961, after which they all closed. for passengers at least. However, there was still some life left for the railway, as it was still used for freight until 1963, when the line was closed completely and the junction at Tewkesbury was cut off. A year later, in 1964, the very first railway line that reached Tewkesbury all the way back in 1840 was closed altogether, bringing an end to 124 years of railway history for the town of Tewkesbury. Of course, today you can still catch a train. Not in Tewkesbury though. You have to travel between 1 and 4 miles to reach the damn thing at all the way over at Ashchurch because of, well, beaching. Damn you, beaching, you motor car loving bus hardcore conservative you. I hope there's a special place in hell for you, you ghost lord man. Anyway, let's continue with the video, shall we? Now, just before we carry on, I've just noticed this. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what's left of the signal box here. Tewkesbury signal box. Well, Tewkesbury Junction signal box. And this is what's left of it. Only the concrete supports. The gaps there, that was for the cables. So if I'm right, then you would have had a bit overgrown here, I think. But no, this is the signal box, so you would have had what the short branch, like the little siding, was just around here, and then Tewkesbury station is somewhere over there, the second station anyway. But and lo and behold, ladies and gentlemen, this was the site of Tewkesbury railway station. Well, the second station to serve Tewkesbury. Look at that. You can see the remains of... Shut up! Look. You can see the remains here of the old platform. This is what's left of platform 2. I would climb up on it, but I don't think it's advised. So this would have been what it would have looked like back in the steam ages. Look at that. And that's the other platform. Platform 1. The platform for Malvern. Upton on 7. As you can tell, it has been somewhat overgrown with trees and bushes. So somewhere along here would have been the base for the station building. Ah, but this is an incredible find. No, you can still see what's left of the platforms. I think if you just come up here. Ooh, bloody hell. So we're now on platform 1 of Tewkesbury railway station, and this, I believe, was the base for the station building. So we're now in what was the station building of Tewkesbury. And down there, there's a brick wall here. Yeah, look, brick wall. Ah, yes. parts of the old station building, no doubt. This was the car park. The car park for Tewkesbury Station. And there's the Morrisons back there. Right, let's have another look around. See if there's anything else. No, I don't think there is actually. There's this fence. There's a fence there. I believe that fence was, yeah, just closing off the car park. Anyway, back to the what's left of the station. Another interesting feature here. You got old gate posts, as there was a short crossing here. A short crossing that crossed the railway here, and there we go. The line carried on here. This is as far as we can go, I'm afraid. But no, it's quite good. This. Back down there is the station. Let's see what else we can find. Oh, look! Sleeper tracks. Sleepers. Old wooden sleepers. That once carried the track. That's amazing, that. Further evidence, Station Lane. So that's Station Road where we came off, and that's Station Street. Literally just across the road. So that goes round the outside. That goes to the north end of the freight yard. But if we continue down here, we'll get to see where the line crossed this very road, Oldbury Road, to get to the freight yard. So this was where the railway crossed the road. Spring Gardens and this house here. There's actually a good photo that demonstrates what I mean. So this picture here shows us how it was laid out. The level crossing anyway at Oldbury. But we're now going to have a look. Walk down what was the single track line into the freight yard itself. And here we are. This was Tewkesbury Freight Yard. Now a massive car park. But let's get a better angle and show you. So this was all sidings. This side, where the red car is on the wall, that was the shed, I think, that stored the shunting engines at this freight yard. And this building here actually is another interesting feature, because that was originally, if one looks at this photo, the old freight building that housed coal and the freight goods. It was mostly flour that was here because of the the flour mill, which is behind those buildings over there. So this is the best angle I could get, I'm afraid. But this picture shows you that the wall was actually a lot taller than this, hiding the freight yard. Now, where the old Halfords was, which was closed because of the pandemic, there was a line that continued, that crossed this road here and through the car park and through those buildings, because that's where the double track, as it acted more of a passing, well, a single track, but it was a passing loop. So it went through the car park, through those buildings, and down to the docks and the flour mill. So as we're making our way down, and oh, you stupid buses, get the f out of here, you Jesus! Goose Lord, man! See, I'm trying to film a vlog and I get pulled by buses. Look at them! Evil tandem. Alright then. It's always busy at Morrison's, so I thought I'd do this at Tesco's instead. Because C stands for fine. Sorry. Let's go in there, Thornaby. Steady. And straight in there. Nice, plug this in. And there we go. Body service segment complete. Tesco edition. I would have gone to Morrison's, but Morrison's is too busy. Oh yeah, it would help if I didn't forget my tripod, would it? Behold, the only part of Tewkesbury town that is guaranteed to make Ian Poole Transport Travels wet himself. That is our bus station. There, that bus station there, and this. That's it. Tewkesbury bus station. Very grand, very large. You can fit up to at least one bus at a time. Very top notch. It's just brilliant. All yours, Ian.
Dear me. Hang on, it's Sunday. You know what I mean. I've only just woke up. So somebody's paid me to be here. What's going on? What's going on? Oh, hello, buses. Yeah, you probably wouldn't see me dead in this place, Tico. You probably wouldn't. Nothing against Ashchurch. I'm sure Ashchurch is a lovely place. Sure, it's a very nice place to live, lovely community. But I know me and Phil, we like to go to random places for bus photos, but something tells me Ashchurch would not be one of them. Sorry, people of Ashchurch.
Oh yeah, look. For those that like Costa and Greggs, you don't have to go far here at the High Street, because you got Costa there and you got the Greggs. Next door to each other. And then across the road, it's a Subway.
Oh, I saw Greggs, I saw Costa, I saw Subway. So I would like to order, please, a... It's early, I know, but humour me, people.
And down there is the good stuff, because the KFC's down there.
And that's finger-licking good. Serious, that's finger-licking good, folks.
Oh, yes. The High Street's improved, people. The High Street's improved. Behind this building and the Domino's was the car park and the freight yard. So the line would come down here, across the road at the High Street. There's actually a good photo of the railway crossing the High Street. I'll get into position to show you what it was like, what it would like. So this was roughly this picture here shows how the line crossed the road and down into the freight yard. So obviously now it's been built up by housing and shops, for the high street, and there's another damn bus. It's whatever key street this is now. Anyway, moving on. So this was the 2 tracks here. It would have made it into a single track now, and this was where the line would cross into the mill. This was a flour mill. See there, Borough Flour Mills, otherwise referred to as, I believe it's called Healing's Mill. At one point, it produced so much flour that it was the world's most productive flour mill. And unfortunately, it's no longer in use. So you can see it's been abandoned for ages now. But the docks and the freight yard was down there. Look at that. Any flying water enthusiasts, this is your lucky day. So before we explore the last part of the railway history in Tewkesbury, as we've now covered the town centre, both railway stations and the flour mill, there's just the old viaduct and the tunnel, and this was the start of the viaduct. This is located at Breedon Road, and as you can see, still in definitely the site of an old railway station. Now this is the support structure for a bridge, which will go over there where the Tewkesbury Marina now is. But there's 2 more viaducts down there as well. So let's go and have a look, shall we? So if you just make out there, that is a viaduct. Start of the viaduct that crossed the River Avon on that bridge where the Tewkesbury Marina is. It's all built over now because of that Tewkesbury Marina, and you can see the other viaduct there where my finger is, and the old fencing, and that would carry on towards Malvern. So you could just about make out the same viaduct that we just saw, and you can see an embankment here. Well, the embankment's been cut off, but it would, where those poles are, those little fences, that's where the embankment was. So my fingers all over the place here. That's what she said. But this was once an embankment. However, the embankment was taken down, demolished in 10 years ago, 2013, to help with flood defences. And we've made it, people. So there, that was the line that crossed over the Avon and the Severn, came through here, past this offload road, and as you can see, there it is, the southern portal of Mythe Tunnel. Around 420 metres in length, and was used from 1864 till 1963. 99 years that tunnel's been there for. Yeah. So there you have it, people. The long awaited well, the long forgotten and abandoned episode of episode 2 of Tico Explores. We have finally explored Tewkesbury to the best of my abilities, with the railway history, the 2 railway stations, and other important areas of Tewkesbury, railway related. I hope you've enjoyed the this episode. If you'd like to see more videos, then make sure to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. I've been Tico Sprinter. Thank you for watching and stay safe everyone. I'm off home now. Bye everyone.